Of course, after spending 5 days, 4 days, we come to a concluding session. Of course, the field visit is there. The field visit we will be taking tomorrow, but tomorrow is a holiday here at KSIConnect, and we will be off the field. So usually we give a participation certificate also. And as you know, like maybe this is time for us to start to discuss. And we have a couple of visits also, which is very nice information. So despite of his busy schedule, DDZ Research agreed to join with us and present the certificates to the participants. Thank you, sir. I know you're busy, but even you have took out time to join with us. And yeah, thank you also for sharing the feedback and also filling the course assessment form. And now it's the time. On behalf of all of us, I welcome DDZ Research for this session and request him to present the certificate. Before that one, if anybody would like to say one or two words about the course and whether it's useful or not useful, what are the challenges, what's the feedback? Dr. Gunjal is laughing. Okay, anything like maybe one man and one woman. Probably we will give the chance to ladies first, if anybody. Also, at least one from Deep African. Yes, then three. Bonus from DDZR. And my request to all of you when you make your comments is, see, you have already given the assessment. So we know what you think of the course. So don't say how great, how good the course was. What I need to know is, if we conduct this again, what are the other things that we can do to make it more useful? Were there any limitations? Were there any lacunae that we could have incorporated? And any other suggestions? So even if you have to criticize, don't think twice. Criticize, because only then we can make progress. If you don't criticize, then we can't progress, we can't improve. So that is what I wanted. So you can go ahead and give your suggestions. Please, I told Dilip last time also, don't take what he said, take what he said. Even if it is a criticism, I will take it. He may not take it, I will be in the front. I will take it. And I will take that bullet.
Can I take the chance? Program next time for the other participants. Some of the suggestions which I have noticed are, since it is on innovative technologies, you can include or you can invite more number of resource persons who are running the ICT initiatives successfully in the market. Like already you have included one of the lectures on digital green and all, but still you can call many more persons like this. Because to my knowledge, some of the ICT initiatives like the Varna-Wired Village project that is being successfully run in Maharashtra for the sugarcane farmers. So one resource persons you can call from there and we can give a lecture. In the similar manner, something like ITC's e-chapel, one person from that initiative. Similarly from MSSRF, Swaminathan Research Foundation, where they are doing this hubs and spokes model. You can invite one resource person so he can speak on another mobile initiative they have, that is the Fisher Sprint program. So there are so many successfully running initiatives like this IFCO's IKSL is one, and another thing is here OV Live Tools, Nokia Live Tools, then RML, Routers Market Light. So from these also, if you can invite some resource persons, they'll speak on their initiative. Not only these successful initiatives, if it is possible to identify some persons who have dealt with certain unsuccessful events, then definitely the participants will know the real practical difficulties of these ICT initiatives at the field level. And once these lectures were completed, why don't you please allot a slot of 2 to 3 hours for the participants, so that, and you can ask the participants to design and develop their own ICT model. So keeping all these into considerations, like in the, for example, take into consideration the NGOs effort, the public and private participation in PPP mode. Once they design, you can ask the groups to present. So this is a forum where we can hear the ideas from so many people. So in our back home situation, this will be very much helpful to us, sir. When our organization wants us to do any ICT initiative, so such kind of things will be very useful to us. So these are my comments in brief. Thank you.
Hello. Actually, I actually work for IIIT Hyderabad, and I work for IT in agriculture for over a decade from now. And I have seen all the IT developments and its potential impact that can give on agriculture. I am a firm believer in it. And now I became an entrepreneur, so where actually I'm building a consultancy. So what I understood, there is no doubt about the applications of IT or softwares or hardwares, whatever. And the technology side, things are perfect. But where we stuck, in my experience, with the content that can give impact, the content which can immediately useful to the farmer, and it should be very dynamic and very up to date. And I have seen none of the initiatives here where the which have focused on the content development, which is usually start from bottom, and it's a bottom-up model basically. So I actually see more purpose in bottom-up models rather than the top-down models. So I would like to maybe you can think about in this direction where the basic grassroots level initiatives we can move from bottom up. Thank you.
Surya Gunjal, and then I will give it to you.
I will take 2 minutes, sir. I will not criticize for the sake of criticism, but I will speak a truth. I will speak a truth, sir. I work in agriculture university, I work in open university, I work in ICRISAT. So whenever we talk about success of the program, it is always comparison with other programs where you have observed or seen. In comparison with such type of program conducted anywhere, this was overall very good program. But since this was an overall awareness program, you need to go into details of each component, and each component can be a different training program. So we were expected some hands-on training, but in awareness program, hands-on training is not possible because each hands-on training has a different component of training. And I think Dilip will take care of these components, which needs, for example, Praveen raised the issue about we were interested to design a instructional material, but designing of instructional material altogether different training program. So this training program can be bifurcated into 4 or 5 training programs, and each training program can be a practical hands-on skill-based training program. You can think to convert into. Regarding the training program, the component was very good. To me, I'm more than 80% happy with this training program, and I can use this. I may be 80 years old later. Now I'm 80% satisfied with the program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm not speaking as an African, but as a participant to the training, I echo, the comments, by the center. But what I would like to add is, I don't know what tomorrow, will want us for us, for the field visit. But I wish, tomorrow was put in between the program, the agenda. It could be maybe Wednesday, so that participants, when they go into the field, the experience, on the ground, what's happening, what are the challenges, constraints, and then they could actually, reflect, back, during maybe 1 or 2 days more as a group, to construct and then build onto those experiences. That's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you for all those comments. I would say many suggestions that can help us in designing future courses. And all I can say is, I don't want to respond to each of them because
and we will look at all these options, whether it should be top down or bottom up. And as Dr. Gunjal said, this was not for developing instructional material. It was a different course altogether. But the comments are well taken, and thank you for your comments and of course your participation here. And I don't know whether I mentioned during the day one, we always consider these workshops and learning events as mutually beneficial, because there are many of you who have been in the field, who have seen what is happening in the field, and this is where we also get many ideas and knowledge from all of you, so that we can use that for future. I think that was more important, and thanks for giving all this input, and let's thank you once again. Now, Dilip, we can start the.
Yeah, thank you. The points are very well taken and we have noted, but just to respond, and we also video documented all your suggestions, the comments. If you can look at during the inaugural session, we have mentioned it's an orientation capacity building program on innovative approaches and the technology opportunities in agriculture knowledge sharing. We have demonstrated how we are using different technologies and innovative approaches to reach out to the various stakeholders, not only the smallholder farmers, as well as to the extension agents, faculty members, and even NGO personnel. That's why you are seeing it is a diversified group. And there are 5 components, as Dr. Kunjal mentioned. And this morning, responding to the Raveen's question I mentioned, each component itself is a separate training program, and you have requested for that one. So then we need to see how we can organize these individual training programs to satisfy the needs of that particular subset of those individuals. Because if you see, there are technocrats also. So you have a flavor, and you are understanding what are those applications would be possible in those respective areas. Based on your feedback, based on your requests, we design those specific programs. Definitely we look forward to organizing those programs as separate components. We would like to have you here again for a detailed program, the capacity building training programs. Okay. Thank you again for those valuable suggestions and the inputs. With that note, I request DDG to present the certificates. Before that, let me also recognize, introduce our Director, Human Resources, who is here with us, Sharat Kumar. And also thanks to the unit managers who have contributed to the part, and Shikha Srinivasa. Especially special thanks to Divakar, and also Madan could not be able to join with us because he's not feeling well, and Rojana, who is on travel. And the other resource persons, Praveen, and the partners from other organizations. Also, thank you so much for all your effort. And a special thanks to our administration staff like Prasad, Murali, and all the scholars. And I'm sorry, I forgot Suman, and who is going to do his session next, the Center of Excellence. So after that, Suman, my thanks after you finish the presentation. All our thanks.